Hello, King's A&E. In 10. Thank you. Bye. 10.
King's College Hospital, London. A major trauma centre.
Have you got her blood pressure yet?
She was on the floor, and I thought she's dead.
And one of the busiest A&E departments in the world.
Stabbing, code red.
King's is everything. Everything powers in through that door.
The badge has been trapped between him and the bridge.
A place where love...
Can I wait here until she comes home? Can I come home with her?
Life.
Oh, apart from having a brain injury, never better.
What happened?
I got bitten.
By who?
By me mate.
And loss unfold every single day.
I've not got a happy feeling of you. No. Not breathing. Stop.
All the patients you're about to see were treated in one department, in just one 24-hour period.
You're going to be all right. You know what happens when things are bad? Daddy's here.
Please don't cry.
The moment that you're in resus and you're really sick and all you can think about is, am I going to live, am I going to die? Silly things go out the window. And ultimately what's important is realised that you're loved and that you're not alone.
All right, have fun. Brilliant.
Can I have a porter tomatoes too, please? Porter tomatoes too, thank you.
Ah, so, Mr. Romeo. It looks like it's you, and it looks like it's me.
Oh, you're kidding me. I'll go. King's, Jackie speaking.
It's a ring like no other phone that I've heard. It will stay with me forever, because it never stops.
Oh, good, thanks, bye.
Wrong number?
Oh, sorry, wrong number. Good, bye.
Consultant Jackie moved from Australia 3 years ago to work at King's. Today, she's in charge of the emergency department.
What? Tell me all.
So, in bed 1, no one. Bed 2, gentlemen.
I remember going through the wanted to be a teacher and a hairdresser and a nurse and all that sort of stuff, and then I just remember thinking, you know what? Why don't I be a doctor?
Just pop your hands across your chest for us there, mate.
Okay. Yeah, good idea. Aren't I lucky that I got that decision right at the great old age of 14 or something?
Lovely. So on roll, we'll roll to 90 and then we'll start. Cool. So ready, steady, roll.
Think of all the other things I liked when I was 14. Hello. I think medicine seems to be the standout shining star of decision-making as a teenager.
So this is a young guy, push bike, 30 miles per hour, down a hill, push cyclist.
Okay.
Jackie's only patient in resus is 32-year-old graphic designer, Alan.
I've tried contacting your mum. It went to answer phone, so I presume police have probably already contacted her and she's on her way.
Oh, right, okay.
Now, these trousers, are we OK to cut them off?
You can, I got no underwear on, but there you go.
Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about that.
Jen? Apparently donuts aren't until tomorrow or the next day.
Is this a busy day or is it a quiet day today?
Don't say that word. It is a queue day.
Yeah, I was going to say, it does seem quite quiet in here.
You keep saying it, and it's going to kick off with a vengeance, and it will all be your fault now.
Well, the quieter it gets, and you're not allowed to say the Q word, of course, the quieter it gets, it's more the expectation that the next thing that happens is just going to be that much bigger.
Yeah, you don't know when it hits.
That's the joy of A&E.
straight now, so she knows to come and get me.
King's ED, Jackie speaking. Oh, right. 6 minutes. And do you know if the crew's given him anything for the hypoglycemia? Presumably they have. Do you want to put out a paediatric red phone? Oh, yeah.
Pediatric red phone, 6 minutes. Pediatric red phone, 6 minutes.
A severely underweight baby is being brought to resus with breathing difficulties.
3.5 months is, I think, for me, anyway, a scary kind of age. Feel anxious of what can be going on with a 3.5-month-old who's sick enough to call it in as a red phone.
This is a 3-month-old Josiah. He's got a BM of 1.5. He's got a temperature of 35.9. He last fed by breast this morning at 0600 hours, but Mum said that he's really not feeding well and hasn't been for a few days.
Okay, thank you. Hello, darling. Do you want to try and get some access for us, please? And did we get any bloods? So we haven't had bloods out yet? And we've got the glucose. Okay. Where's that Hudson? Where's that oxygen? Nice.
I think I knew instantaneously that he was desperately unwell. And I didn't immediately know what was wrong.
IV glucose, yes, please.
Yeah, how much? So we doing it 2 per
3 months.
We're doing it 2 per kilo. Did we say or 5 per kilo?
Well, let's start with 2 per kilo.
2 per kilo.
Yeah.
Saying the weight is 6.2 kilos. Are we happy with that?
Mum says he's about 8 pounds.
You're looking at lots of different little things that might be clues because obviously the 3.5-month-old baby can tell you nothing. So you're just looking for anything that'll point you in the right direction.
And so it's had the 2 per kilo of 10% dextrose.
Yeah.
Okay. Oxygen, SAT's coming up. We've got blood pressure. No, it's got.
Josiah urgently needs glucose to stop his body shutting down.
Right, Mum, you come over here where he can see you. Okay.
Another 10 mils? Yeah.
So he's sick at the moment, which is why there's lots and lots of people around the bed, but we're doing all the right things to try and sort that out.
I just felt helpless to know that something was wrong with him. The one person that's meant to be there for him all the time, I couldn't do nothing to help him. So it wasn't a very good feeling at all.
I was worried that he was sick enough that he might die.
After 2 hours in resus, cyclist Alan has been told he can go home. But he's still waiting to hear from his mum.
He uses the bike to cycle around London, which I must admit I've always had concerns about that because of the traffic. As a child, he wasn't really into cycling very much at all. But since he's been back from Australia, he seems to be very keen to keep fit.
Do I press 9?
9, yeah. 9.
Yeah, and then, yeah, okay. Oh, hi, it's me. Yeah, I'm not sure if you got messages this morning or not. I'm just calling from the hospital. I'm okay, I'm fine. I've just got a broken finger. Bye.
Managed to get through.
I can't get hold of anyone at the moment, so I can't get hold of my mum, so I don't know whether she's got the message or what.
I had left my mobile at home, but I thought, well, no one really rings. And of course, this day, I really did need it. Felt very guilty. The one time I should have been really with him in hospital, I wasn't. And I just felt I let him down.
As a mother, do you ever stop worrying?
Never.
Can I please have a porter to peds? That's a porter to peds. Thank you.
He's knackered, isn't he?
Keeps on flicking his eyes shut. We can all go to sleep.
18-month-old Charlie has been brought in by his mum, dad and grandma.
Kerry and Matthew are all right, yes. And she's very poorly, so... So we're sitting here at the moment with him with his nappy off and hovering with a little tube because we're supposed to be trying to collect a urine specimen, but he's not weeing, so...
Still no wee-wee.
No wee-wee. Oh, Willie watched.
Yeah. Can I just feel his tummy?
Is it me or has it got a bit bigger wrists?
Bigger? What, since he's come here?
No, it's just...
Lately?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that the other day. It has, no, it has. But he's got longer, generally.
I guess so.
What?
What's that?
I think
it was just, no, we thought it might be wee, but I think I just spilt some of the syringe.
I've realised I haven't told nursery he's not coming in again today.
Should I phone them?
Yeah, get and just sort of say...
Well, I don't know, what am I saying? Just saying...
He's not very well, keep him off. Yeah. From quite a young age I've wanted children, probably about 8 or 9 or so, which is why we wanted Charlie so much. And it was quite hard when we couldn't get pregnant for quite a while, to be honest.
Tickle the little willy. Don't touch my willy. Stay away. Yes. This is very undignified. I'm here in no pants. You want to?
We'd had a miscarriage before, so I think it was definitely quite tense. So the day that I found out I was pregnant and just the joy of it, and then you spend the next 8 weeks kind of living in fear of will it work or will it not. And I always at the back of my mind sort of said it wouldn't be until I had Charlie in my arms that I would feel relaxed and more comfortable.
Daddy needs a wee-wee. Daddy needs a wee-wee.
So we've got some access, and we've got the glucose. Okay.
Go from underneath them.
It's got a big liver.
He's got some mass there. He's putting on a mass here. I don't know whether it's...
I think it's liver.
Do you think it's the liver?
Yeah, okay.
When I felt his tummy, he had a really big liver, and that's really abnormal in, you know, a little baby. And it was very big, and that immediately made me think, is it something cardiac? So is he actually in heart failure and his heart's not pumping enough and his heart's failing, and that's why he's presenting in this way.
Jackie's called the paediatric intensive care team to resus.
Are you in? Basically here, baby is, as you see, lethargic, BM of 1.5. Basically our BM lows, just having some glucose now. Cried and seems to look at mum when we put the oxygen mask on, but stats on arrival 79%. It's got a big liver, not obviously creps in the chest, certainly working hard, hypoxic with stats of 79 on room air.
I just saw like hundreds of doctors just around him, like machines everywhere. That's when I thought, okay, something's really wrong here. Like, this could be a matter of life and death here.
19-year-old mum Kanita has been joined by Josiah's dad, Torin.
He's got quite a big liver, which sometimes can mean in little babies that their heart's not working properly, okay? We know that he's actually really sick at the moment and he's working very, very hard to breathe. You can see that he's sucking all the muscles in his chest to try and breathe and he's still not getting enough oxygen in.
Doctors, the way they was rushing around, I knew like, something was wrong. They was just like poking him everywhere, like checking everything on him. I was actually a bit angry at first. I was thinking, like, that's my little baby. Like, what the hell are you doing to him? Like, I just wanted to tell them to stop, leave him alone. Like, he's fine. Obviously, I knew he wasn't fine. The way the doctors were so worried about him.
Okay, I've got access here. Can we get the glucagon here, please? But we need some blood.
I didn't know what to do with myself. Obviously, I wanted to just pick him up and tell him everything was going to be okay. But at the same time, I had to let the doctors do what they was doing to try and help him. I know he was probably scared, thinking, where's my mum? Like, what's happening? Where is she? What's going on?
Okay.
Are you okay, Mum? You sure?
Some gauze squares, please.
People just don't like seeing sick kids, and especially if it goes badly, then I think it always is more distressing if there's a bad outcome with a child. I had one little boy, he was really sick with us in resus for ages, and then he went to the intensive care unit and he'd kind of improved a little bit, and the paediatric sister who went up to the unit, she just kind of, you know, grabbed my arm and just went, he died. And I was like, who died? Like, what are you talking about? And she said, the little baby. It was very upsetting, really, really upsetting.
The team needs to keep Josiah's blood sugar level up and regulate his breathing.
Being so young, obviously I know that people probably had the stereotype, like, oh yeah, she's not going to look after her child well. Are they going to blame me? Like, was it actually my fault? That's all the thoughts that are running through my head. Like, could I have done something? Is it my fault he's in this position in the first place?
He's not allergic to anything that you know of? I'm guessing he hasn't ever had antibiotics or anything like that? No, okay. He's crying really well over there, which is good. Okay, that's a good sign that he's, you know, awake enough that he's upset at all the mean things that we're doing to him at the moment, so that's good.
I think the families kind of appreciate that you are showing some level of understanding for how they're feeling and what a difficult situation it is. I don't think it's ideal to be blubbering, but, you know, you can only control your emotions so much, and if you're sort of having to blink the tears away, then, you know, I can't help it, and it's just because I really feel for them. It's a sign of humanity, and I think that that's key to our job. If you don't have that, then I don't think you're going to be a very good doctor of any sort, really. So,
since college. It's fine. I only had 1 stitch. It's all right. No, it didn't even go in at all. It didn't go in at all, Mum. It was just scratching the skin.
I think his mouth's a bit, his lips are a bit moister, actually.
Mum, Dad and Grandma are still waiting for a urine sample from 18-month-old Charlie.
I think part of this is he just feels thoroughly pissed off now, Frank.
Yes.
You know, he's fed up with being ill, he's fed up with being poked, and... Oh, shit. There wasn't much warning, was there?
No. I've caught a drop or two.
Well done, Jo. There wasn't actually very much.
There's quite a bit on the floor.
Oh, shit, I'm there.
Well,
oh,
that's all I managed to catch. Oh, Charlie, you caught us unawares, you did.
That's hilarious. Poor Porter's already been here once.
Now, let me just wash my hands.
And Mummy and Grandma missed it. Very silly.
I'm giving your balloon a smile. Oh, magic!
So we're giving him the sugar to bring his sugar back up. We're giving him some fluids to help his heart work. We're giving him some antibiotics in case this is infection. But now we know that he's really sick, and so what we need to do is try and ease up the work for him and things. So we're going to put him to sleep and put him on a breathing machine. And then if we need to give him other medications to support him, then we can do that, and he's going to go to the intensive care unit.
Josiah is being prepared to be moved to intensive care.
Morphine and midazolam infusions for a 4-kilo baby. Okay. Actually, 3.7 kilo baby. These little mills matter.
Exactly.
When his liver's that big, the mills matter.
I was planning to go uni. I had all my uni stuff ready in place. Then I found out I was pregnant. I told my boyfriend. I think he was just shocked. But then just agreed. So my plans had to change and get ready to start being a mum.
Instead, if we need to.
Do you have beds upstairs today?
I will make a bed. But what can I do? I can't send away. I will make a bed.
My mum was thinking, you're too young. Like, she didn't think I was ready for it. She didn't think I'd be able to cope with it. She didn't want me to mess up going uni and all that stuff. And I think she was shocked when I first told her what I wanted to do, because obviously she knew my plans, what I wanted to do. But once I told her, I guess she just had to respect my decision and just continue supporting me along the way. Which she did.
Do you wanna come up and hold his hand while we have a look at him while we're getting everything ready? You can come too if you want. I'm just gonna get Mum while they're sorting themselves out. I'm just gonna get Mum to come up and you can come around to the head of the bed there. That's it.
Sound temperature now 36.1. You have made me think.
Like, he already had changed my life so much. I couldn't imagine going back. Not at all.
Can someone come and hold this leg for me?
Sorry, Jen.
Sorry, little Josiah.
Around the thigh.
That's fine.
I keep
Do you want me to hold it? Oh, you okay?
I think really from the moment you find out that you're pregnant, you're a parent, your life changes, especially as a woman, you're responsible. It's about your child.
I
You know, you hate the thought of that person being sad or in pain.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you care more about that person than anyone, really.
Josiah needs an emergency operation on his heart.
I'm just thinking the state of my kitchen right now. Literally, last night's dinner, I didn't even scrape the plates last night. It's really bad. Do you want anything? Do you want to try and go to the toilet?
No, we'll just won't. Wait till I've run the ward.
81-year-old Ronald has been brought in by his daughter Tracy. He has a suspected stroke that has affected his speech.
It's where it used to be all out. It's just a little one. But when I get to bed, it's all out.
Hi, Ronald. My name's Ndaba. I'm one of the stroke registrars.
Oh.
And hello. You're Ronald's daughter. Yeah, and what's your name?
Tracy.
Tracy. Brilliant. Okay, I've heard a little bit of the story, but do you mind sort of just giving me a summary of what's brought you in?
Oh, well, I'll start with feeling the thing flashes and head.
Fuzzy, isn't it? Fuzzy and muzzy, yeah.
Someone has a stroke. They know exactly what they want to say. It just can't come out. The front end of getting the words out is, you know, cut off. So it's almost like they've literally just been gagged.
He was trying to talk to me and he couldn't, and obviously then he got upset, and I think as he was getting more and more upset, it was even harder.
So initially there were no words at all?
No.
Okay, and then as things settled down, after a few minutes, some words were coming out.
Yes.
But still a little bit jumbled.
stuttery. Yeah, I kind of knew what he was saying. It wasn't as if it was gobbledygook.
Sure. Do you think things got better and then worse again? Or do you think things have stayed the same pretty much?
Yes.
Stayed the same since yesterday. Someone has a stroke. It's quite often difficult for family members and people around to see the extent of what's going on. Because you don't see a lot of blood on the outside, what's going on is going on internally. Has anyone in the family ever had trouble with strokes or mini strokes or anything like that?
No, I mean, Dad was one of 12, and to be quite honest, it's been cancer on every single one, and they've all unfortunately gone early. So they've never reached Dad's age.
Sure.
Dad was the baby, and they've never reached Dad's age.
All right. I'll just come around that end and just examine you. That's all right. Can we whip the glasses off for a second? Is that okay? Excellent. Okay, just look at my finger. Just follow my finger with your eyes, one side to the other. Okay. All right. Perfect. Look straight at me. Well done. Show me your teeth. Big smile. Big smile. Excellent. Raise your eyebrows for me. All the way up. Perfect. You can pop your glasses back on if you want. What would you call this, Ronald?
Pen.
And what is that used for?
Writing.
And what's this you've got?
Time.
On your arm?
Oh, no, watch.
What's the name of that?
Watch.
And what's that used for?
Time.
Okay, all right. Can you say hippopotamus for me?
Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus.
It's hippopotamus.
Okay, can you say British Constitution?
British Constitution.
British Constitution.
British Constitution.
Okay, all right, fine. We're going to take you around for a scan of your head. So I think they might be ready soon, so we'll go around. And then when we come back, I'll take you through everything and tell you what's happening next.
Can you sit up properly?
Okay. You have to sit up properly, Mummy said.
No. No more hyping about contact lens. He was in tears earlier, resorted to crying. What I should have done, I should have let you go to hospital on your own.
That's like neglect, kind of.
It's not neglect. You're 18, you neglected your eyes.
You right, Dad?
Yep.
Can I come in or?
Yep.
Yep. Have you been?
Yeah.
Sorry, have you been? Oh, do you feel better now?
Yeah.
Feel better? You've been to the toilet. You're all lopsided.
And Darba thinks the left side of Ronald's brain has been affected. A scan is needed to confirm this.
Oh, right. They're ready for us now, Ronald. Yep.
You're going to go for your scan.
And when the strokes happen, you know, the people that have had the strokes suddenly need help. What we see a lot of is, you know, their children coming in and be the parent in a sense.
Okay, so you'll need to move up so that your head's towards, well, in the headrest.
Hiya, Warren. Hello. Hiya. They've just taken them off for a CT scan. So, yeah. Obviously, I'm going to stay as long as I can, and then I'll make my way home. No, I'm all right as long as I keep it down.
He's got some dysarthria, and he's got expressive dysphasia as well. Plus, his NIH is quite low, actually. It's only 2, it's just speech. There's nothing else. Most people get decades to make that transition, you know, but with a stroke, literally happens overnight sometimes, and they've suddenly got to switch from being the child who was listening and taking things on board from the parent to the one who's saying, okay, I have to be in charge now.
I'm just in a bit of a daze, to be honest. If he does come out today, can I bring him home just for a day? I don't want him on his own. Could I? Thank you. Thank you.
The other chair. Thank you. My name's Laura, I'm one of the nurses. What's brought you here tonight?
We were out a night out, we were obviously dressed as cheerleaders, as you can tell. There was the whole thing where we tried to do a bit of a prep, which is just a normal stunt, and I fell over. You didn't fall. I did fell. I fell out of the prep.
You didn't get to the prep level.
Well, we tried to get to a prep level and I fell, so we probably fell from about this far off the ground.
Literally didn't get anywhere.
No, I'm sure it didn't get anywhere. It's not a problem, it's just that that's how we fell.
When you fell over and hit your head, did you pass out at all?
I don't think so, no.
No, I was with her the whole time. She didn't pass out. She drank lots of water. We kept her talking. Does your neck hurt at all?
Not at all, no.
Right, I'm just going to shine a light in your eye. You can just look at my finger for me, okay? I'm just checking that they react the same, which they do. So that's lovely.
Good. That's a good thing.
Have you taken any drugs apart from alcohol tonight?
No. I've got blood all over my cheerleading uniform.
And mine. I have your blood on my cheerleading uniform.
We're going to have to wash these.
Do you want to come through to
Yes,
mine?
sorry.
Is it all right if I go with her? Yeah. Wash them in cold water. If you wash them in hot water, the blood will stick and you'll never get it out.
Thank you.
We've always been told to put salt on it for some reason. Yeah, when it's wet. Yeah, when it's wet, it still sucks it up. Yeah, just cold soak in Ariel or something, it'll get it out.
No worries, one.
I can't even remember the last time I was in an accident emergency.
I've never been. This is my first time.
You're one of those kids.
On my 19th birthday. A&E.
I rollerbladed into a plant pot when I was about 12 and it fell on me and I was sort of stuck underneath it. I came then and I broke my wrist. I've broken my wrist so many times.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
It's like prone to breaking now.
Oh, for sure.
I haven't broken anything, like touch wood. Just nothing yet.
Emily was celebrating her birthday when someone at the party cut his hand. She's waiting with her friend Amber to see if he's okay.
Here he is! Oh, hi! He's going for an X-ray. Oh, Charlie going for... Oh! Who's that, Charlie?
Joy! Do you reckon he's broken something?
No.
I love the fact he's got his cap on.
I literally think they're just checking that there's nothing in the cut.
Where are all the fake doctors, though?
Emily and I are absolute opposites. Never would have thought that we'd be friends. And actually, from day one, we got on really, really well.
Do doctors wear, like, the long lab coats?
We're both single at the moment. I think she's looking... God, I don't know. I think as simple as the fact that she's so much taller than me, I think we're looking for pretty different things.
I feel like we should sneak into nurses' outfits and go and see if Charlie's okay.
No change of plan. We're going to go straight up to FSU. Hopefully.
His speech is there, but he's stuttery and oh, they're coming back now. I've got to go. I've got to go, Mum. All right then. Bye.
I'm back.
That was your ex-wife. Go on. What's the verdict?
So there is evidence of a stroke on the scan.
Okay.
Yeah, but there is a risk of another one following.
Right.
But we like to monitor people in the first 24 hours particularly. It's a crucial stage. So what that means is we'll need to keep you tonight. So you'll need to stay with us.
And that's not a problem because I'll stay here as long as I can until they kick me out. And so with the level of stroke that you can see, as it were, do you think that we can get the speech back to...
I think so. I think there's a good chance of improvement here. You know, there's a little bit of work ahead, but I think we can get there. When someone's had a stroke, it can be quite frightening. The whole event is quite overwhelming. I always try to make sure that I am quite careful, you know, with giving information, because I have been on the other side where I've had to receive information about a relative and a parent specifically.
Just to make you aware, obviously Dad doesn't, he lives on his own.
Sure.
And I'm 50 minutes away, basically. Yeah. But, you know, whatever happens, whatever the outcome is tomorrow, or whenever Dad comes out, he would come home with me.
Okay, well that's useful to know.
For however long.
Yeah, and that does...
Well, a week, and then we'll be sick of each other.
Yes, please.
Would you prefer coffee, Dad?
Yeah, coffee.
I grew up in Africa and at the height of the HIV epidemic. My dad passed away when I was studying medicine in Australia, and I was away at the time. And he died of HIV/AIDS. And so to get a phone call thousands of miles away, and you always go through things in your own mind. Is there something that I could have seen or done? You could have gone back to visit and things like that. It makes you realize how short life can be in certain situations, and trying to sort of make most of the time that you have with people, because you don't know how things can change, really.
I don't think I'd be a very good nurse, just because I think I'd get too attached.
Nurse to what?
The patients.
Old people.
I'd get too attached, and
that would be really fucking heartbreaking.
Older people love just having the company of younger people. They just love it. Even if it's like 10 minutes.
Could you clean up someone's sick leave? No. Like lumpy food sick.
Probably. If I was being paid for it, I probably would. Not like I wouldn't voluntarily go around cleaning up people's sick.
I don't actually think I could do that. I could probably do wee, but that's like my limit.
Poo, definitely not.
I can't even clean up my dog's dog's poo.
It's really interesting watching it.
That's nice. It's come together well.
Okay.
Let's just trim a few of these so they don't look a bit nice. Looks like you've got an old man's beard at the moment. Quite funny. You will have a story to tell for a few years. All right?
I can't remember the story. Oh, shit.
Hi there. Do you know roughly how long he's going to be?
I'd say for a good few hours.
Few hours. So he's going to be all right when he wakes up, do you reckon?
Well, we won't let him go until he is, so...
Okay.
We weren't even at the party long enough for him to actually have a conversation with us. I really don't know him, but I wasn't going to let him be here on his own.
He looks so peaceful, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah?
He's happy.
No broken bones or anything?
No, not that I can see.
I sound a lot more concerned with his friends who refused to come with him in the ambulance.
Really?
Yeah, I met him about 2 hours ago, to be fair.
Really?
Yeah. And I've got work tomorrow.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm thinking, go home. And he will be all right when he wakes up, you think?
You've done your good deed.
Right. Oh, but you know he's not going to remember me being here either.
We'll tell him that a nice person will.
Two nice people.
Two nice people.
Thank you very much for your help.
Thank you.
Even in a hospital where you've got people around you all the time, obviously people are there to look after you, to watch over you, to make sure you're all right. You still want someone who knows you, someone who really, really cares, not because they have to, but because they actually do just love you.
The surgeon actually told me, okay, that there was a 25% chance that he could actually die during surgery, or there was a 75% chance he could die without surgery. That's when it actually hit me that, okay, I could actually lose my son. Still amazing to see that he went through so much, but he still came out the other end and is here happy how he is now. Not saying hello. I'm so proud of him. Even the doctors said they couldn't believe how quick he recovered, how well he was, how happy he was even in the hospital once he started getting better. I can't believe my little baby went through so much and has come through the other end and is getting better. So life's good.
You kind of take something positive away from that. Like you think, oh, we did a good thing. We worked well as a team and we did a good thing, and, you know, maybe I didn't save a life so much, but maybe I did, don't know.
Can you see things, Tino? When you get people who are disorientated, they're truly losing their grip on reality.
I can see a map and a card saying happy birthday.
Bailey's had an accident. He got knocked over. He just made me cry because he said he loved me.
Oh, Peter Pan.
Yep.
Thank you.